welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're having an unboxing, and it's one I warned you about in our chat, Brew and a Big Black Dog number 8. As you know, I am a bit of a fan of the game Sentinels of the Multiverse. I backed the new Kickstarter, but I recently found something on eBay which I didn't know had been released. Villains of the Multiverse. Let's get down to the table and see what's inside. Right, so here we are with Villains of the Multiverse. It's very difficult for me not to say Sentinels of the Multiverse. As I said, I didn't know this game had been released. It came as a bit of a surprise. So let's get the wrapper off. It's already been torn slightly so we can get in there and get ripping. So there we are. And there's the back. This box contains 260 63mm by 88mm cards, which comprise of 10 villain decks of 20 cards and 4 environment decks of 15 cards, 11 large 102mm by 153mm villain character cards, and 14 76mm by 89mm divider cards, and a rulebook. So that's what's in here. Let's just open up and look inside. Okay, so here's our rulebook. We have our villains. I think actually we have most of these anyway, but whether or not these are alternative versions I'm not quite sure. But here we go. These are the larger villain cards, and then we have the rest of the cards and the dividers. So instead of looking here now, let's just get these to one side, get closer down to the table, and we can have a proper look at what's in here, shall we? Why not indeed? Okay, so first of all, let us have a look at the rulebook, and it gives a list, first of all, of the villain information, all the credits of who's taken part in it, and the introduction. The many villains from the multiverse have been bested by such hero teams as the Freedom Five, Dark Watch, the Prime Wardens, or even heroes not normally allied. Many of those villains are prideful and would not deign to work with others, as their goals would not align. However, some of them have seen the value of cooperating towards a common goal, and those have joined forces to defeat the heroes who have harried them for so long. Villains of the Multiverse expands the playstyle, introducing the Vengeance expansion to Sentinels of the Multiverse, in which the heroes fight against a team of villains, each with their own deck. The villain deck in this expansion are compatible with the villain decks from the Vengeance expansion, allowing you to create a wide variety of villainous teams to challenge your favourite heroes. The 4 environments in Villains of the Multiverse can be incorporated into any game of Sentinels of the Multiverse, while the villains, though a different way of playing the game, can face any team of heroes in any environment. So there we are. Quick look at the setup for it, and so the villain overview, the new villain abilities, blah blah blah. And here we have the villains themselves: Ambuscade, Biomancer, Bugbear, Citizens Hammer and Anvil, Greaser, La Capitan at the bottom, Misinformation, the Operative, Plague Rat, and Sergeant Steel. There we are. So let's put these to one side and get these cards out. These are the oversized cards. There's a little bit of descent, shall we say, in the ranks of the people who have backed the new Kickstarter, because they're releasing villain cards. I'm going to just lower this down a minute, so won't be a second. Yeah, so they're releasing villain cards like these in foil, but they're only doing certain ones, they're not doing them all, and we think that might... There's quite a few of us aren't too thrilled with the idea. We would prefer to have a complete set of foil or none at all. But never mind. Here we go with Ambuscade. And it gives you the setup, the gameplay, the advance, and on the other side, this is when he's incapacitated, it tells you what to do. There we are. So that was Ambuscade. And then we have Biomancer. You know, strangely I've not played this for a long time. And then we have Bugbear. I'm not going too far with this, I'm just going to turn them over and let you have a little bit of a look. You can freeze the camera, or you can freeze the video if you wish, just so you can have a proper read. We have Citizen Hammer. There we go. And then we have Grease rather. There we go. Front of the card and back. And then La Capitan. I hope you can read all these. I've not got my reading glasses on, so it's a struggle for me, everything's blurred. Misinformation. That's the problem sometimes with having a separate pair of glasses, but I prefer to have a separate pair than having just one pair of varifocals or bifocals. Plague Rat. Nice colourful card. That's what I mean. I guess something so colourful like this, you want it in a foil thing, don't you? You don't want it just like that. Especially when you've got other. If you've got certain cards in foil and then you've got things like that aren't, it's a bit of a letdown, you know. No criticism against them, but you know, it's not a deal breaker, it's an added bonus if you want to buy them. And finally, Cooperative, or the Operative rather. And there we are. Okay, so that's the oversized villain cards. Let's have a look now at the other cards. Let's see what we have. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just have a quick look at the dividers. Again, these are nice plastic card type. In fact, they aren't as not what I thought. I thought these were like a plastic card type thing. These aren't. These are just card, which have a high gloss finish. So hang on a second. Let me just start this again. We'll start off with Plague Rat, then the Operative, Sergeant Steel. They're both exactly the same on the front and back. That's why I'm not showing you both. Misinformation, La Capitan, Greaser, Citizen's Hammer and Anvil, Bugbear, Biomancer, Ambuscade. And then we have our locations: the Temple of Julong, Madame Metermier's fantastical festival of conundrums and curiosities. You try saying that when you've had a few. Then we have the Court of Blood, and finally Magmaria. There we go. So that's the divider cards done. Let's have a look now at the product cards, shall we? Why not indeed? So we have, starting off, I usually find with these that you get some in one deck and then the rest in another. So let's just skitter across to there. We have these for Bugbear. Then we have Biomancer. And finally Ambuscade. Okay, let's have a look at Ambuscade's cards. In fact, let's not look at Ambuscade's cards because there's more in this deck. See what I mean? Okay, so we have Ambuscade's cards there, and the Temple. So we'll have a look at those first. I'm not going through them all in detail. It's just going to be a case of a quick nosy through some of them, because, well, let's face it, if I go through them all in detail, it's a card game. There are lots of cards. I'm going to be here a while, so let's just whisk through them so you can have a quick look at what's involved. Okay, there we are. They are upside down. Tee-hee-hee. And there we are. That's Ambuscade. I'll put those over there and get Bugbear out because I think we've got all of those. So this is Bugbear. Sounds very D&D-ish, don't you think? Here we go. So a quick look through all the cards that we have for Bugbear. There we go. I'll put them up here as well. Biomancer. I don't know whether we've got any more for Biomancer. There should be some more for Citizen Hammer and Anvil. Let's have a look at Biomancer while we're waiting. New creation. I'm sure these were in like henchmen in another villain's deck, and I can't remember which villain it is. Citizen something or other. I can't think. Okay, so let's open this deck and see if there's any more Citizen Hammer and Anvil in there. And who do we have to start off with? Misinformation. Let's just get those out of the way. The Capitan. We have lots and lots and lots of cards. which is what you really expect in a card game, isn't it? You get a card game, you expect lots of cards, you don't expect to have just one or two. This is Greaser. And then Citizens, Hammer and Anvil. I picked the right card. Just craft a deck and hope for the best. And it worked. So here we go. These are Hammer and Anvil's cards. Sorry I paused there, it didn't look as though it was in focus. I'm not quite sure whether it is or not. I'm hoping it is. There we go. There we have that Citizens, Hammer and Anvil. And now the Capitan. I'm not sure how these play, if any different than with the previous versions of these villains. But time will tell, I suppose. I've not played these in such a long time. There we go. And there's the Capitan. And this information feels a little light of cards, so we'll just get into the deck and see what happens here. So we have the Operative, we have Sergeant Steel, we have Plague Rat. And we have more misinformation. Here we go. Thought it felt a bit. Okay. So here we are with misinformation. Let's get let's have a look at these cards, and then once we've done all the villains, we can go through and have a look at the location decks. As you see, there are quite a few that's doubled up, which is usually the case in these decks. Usually find you've got multiple ways of causing aggravation for the heroes, or vice versa, for the heroes to cause aggravation for the villains. You know, swings and roundabouts. Who have we got this time? We've got the Operative. I must admit, I'm looking forward to the new box that we're going to be getting with the Kickstarter. It looks really impressive. If you've not seen the Kickstarter, go over and have a look. I'll put the I'll put the address in the section below in the description. Let me just check. I was just checking to make sure there was no hero cards in the other deck that's here. With Sergeant Steel now, and here we go. We have cards. What they do, I do not know as yet because I haven't looked at them properly. You're seeing them for the first time as I'm seeing them. Finally we have Plague Rat. As you can see. So, here we go. I'm really hoping this video is in focus. It really doesn't look like it's on the camera screen. If it isn't, I do apologise. There we go. And now we can have a look at our location decks. Well, we have the Temple of Zhulong. We have the Freak Show. The best way of, you know, it's the easiest way of pronouncing it. We have Magmaria. And we have Court of Blood. Let's have a look at these first of all while they're in hand. There we go. And very vampiric, as you may have noticed. But then again, what can I expect with it being the Court of Blood? You know. There we are. That's those. And then we have the front circus thing. And Wraith there. I like Wraith. And that's the, what was it? I can't remember. The Fantastical Festival of Conundrums and Curiosities. I can't remember what the name is. And then let's have a look at Magmaria. Here we go. And after this one, we have one more to go. There we go. And finally the Temple of Zhulong. I shall be adding these to my boxes. Is that Gene Simmons from Kiss? Or Paul Stanley, should I say? Who knows. There we are. And that basically is it for this video. I shall be putting these into my other boxes and hopefully getting a game in at some point. But that's it, as I said, for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed the look at the cards. As per usual, really nice cards, really nice artwork. But I'm sure in the other ones, these were like a credit card type thing, not just a glossy card. Might be wrong, I'm going to have to check. But never mind. That was Villains of the Multiverse. I hope you enjoyed it. The link for the Sentinels of the Multiverse Kickstarter is going to be in the description bar. So have a look down there and have a nosy and see what you think of it. And if you're interested and you like the game, give it a go. Why not? The last time you're going to get anything Sentinels of the Multiverse, might as well go out with a bang. Right, so that's it from me. Until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.